Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Come on, take a seat. Now, I don't mean to come off as all wacko, but back in the day, I just couldn't help myself. I did all the Splatoon-related activities I could. I played Splatoon, talked about Splatoon, bought merchandise of Splatoon. Heck, I even read Splatoon. But then my life was threatened, and now I can't play it anymore. That's why I started this support group, so people who are addicted to or have quit Splatoon can come together, share their stories, maybe share how they quit Splatoon. I'm gonna be honest, I just started this so I can find an alternative for Splatoon. Look, I have favoritism failure, and it is taking its toll on me. No Splatoon, no life. I'm not asking for much. I just need a wacky, cartoony multiplayer game that somewhat resembles Splatoon. Well, now I regret doing this earlier. Ninjala! Well, that's the worst way possible to pronounce that. Just say Ninjala. It sounds so much better than Ninjala. When we finally load into the game, looks like I've already played before, and I had the ugliest character imaginable. Just kidding. No, it's irredeemable. You have literally nothing to customize with. On the other hand, I do have a lot of weapons, which says a lot about me, and I ended up settling for this drum one. Literally as good as I could possibly be, I decided to jump into a quick match and was immediately put into a lobby of bots. And we're off. The round begins, I try to jump, I'm a trash can now, very fitting. I get into a fight with a guy named Ray, I bamboozle him with my disguise, and then boom, bing, bop, ippon. Don't know what that means. Goal of the game is to get points by destroying drones, so I went to do so and immediately got ambushed. I guess now's a good time to explain this game's parry system, although I guess that parry isn't really the right term since the window of error is so large. Once you activate this sequence, you and your opponent are locked into a 1v1, which, from what I can tell, boils down to a version of rock, paper, scissors. It might be the bots, but it feels like as long as you choose one of the sides, you win, and if you choose down, you lose. I suspect this is because the bots always choose up. I used it first a lot, but I tied every time. I would apologize to Ninjala buffs for probably messing up this mechanic, but I doubt they actually exist. Wait, I'm in first? This game is easy! And I don't even know what I'm doing. That might be a problem if this game's gonna cure my Splatoon addiction, so I decided to go to the tutorial. Quick reminder of Splatoon's tutorial, it takes at most 5 minutes. I expected the same from Ninjala, but nuh-uh-uh, it takes over 15 minutes to complete. Don't worry, unlike the game, I won't bore you with how to walk. Left stick. I'll only go over the more unique mechanics that Ninjala has to offer, including, and very much limited to, gum. You know that stuff that everyone squabbles for at school? Yeah, that's from this game. During every match, your character will have gum at the ready, which implies they're chewing it while in action, which is a huge safety hazard. Blow it into a bubble and then spit it out at people to stun them. So we're just listing safety hazards now. Okay. During my game, I noticed how slow it was to move around. Well, if you blow a bubble and then double jump, you'll get a few seconds of glide dash, which is great for maneuvering the maps. Off topic, but that map I played on was so boring. It was just a square, in a square, in a square. What compelling stage design! Back to the tutorial, if you destroy enough drones, you can make a big weapon. That's not me paraphrasing, that's what it's actually called in the game. This basically means you win. Unless they also have a big weapon, you automatically win the parry if you tie. What compelling game design! Why is this necessary? I'd understand if it was a limited time thing, but no, it stays with you until you die. And that's the extent of everything from this 15-minute tutorial. Jump with B. You know me, I love comparing story modes, so let's see how Ninjala money? I get that it's only $10, but... Something tells me I might not be able to afford that right now, so... I guess we'll have to go back to multiplayer. These bots won't know what This is gorgeous! And what, actual people?
Then what's the point of bots in the first place?
I hate that I have to state the obvious, but playing with actual people is much better than with bots. There's an actual level of challenge because your opponents aren't linked to an algorithm, and I still don't know what I'm doing. The game gets a lot more chaotic, as parry 1v1s can be interrupted by other players. Also, I'm fairly certain this didn't happen during my bot game, but after the round ends, some people get bonuses, Mario Party style. There's only two, one for whoever got the most kills and one for whoever destroyed the most drones. I got neither. However, despite my clear lack of experience, I somehow got second place. After this round, I'm starting to actually have some fun with this game. Time for another round. We get another new map, this time called Croissant Arena, although I see no such praise tree, and are you kidding me? Why are the bots back? I was just playing with entities with functioning brains, and now I'm back to CPU. Not even good ones at that. I'll just let the results screen speak for itself. Next round, we're back in the Tri-Square area, and... oh no. Special characters!
We should just saw the world in half.
So, I think the devs might have forgotten to put actual matchmaking in the game. Sometimes you get bots, sometimes you get casual players like myself, and others you get people with hundreds upon hundreds of hours in the game. What compelling algorithmic design! When playing with these, monsters, the only thing you can do is pray they forget about you and move on to someone else. But they never forget. I only got one kill in the entire round, but I was killed a lot. I ended up getting second to last place, right in front of a guy named Boris. Wait, a proper capitalized name? This can only mean one thing. It's a bot! Why are they just throwing bots in to fill the gaps of their matchups? It's not like there's only 7 people in the entire world playing this game. We're not gonna put the game down just because we have to wait 10 extra seconds for the match to start. You know, when I saw that this game had a level system, I assumed that it would be used in matchmaking. I guess I was wrong. Apparently that's just for the battle pass and other cosmetics.
Look, am I saying that Ninjala is a bad game? No. It definitely has a lot of effort put into it, and while its player base is small, it's a player base nonetheless. Now will it become the next Splatoon? Heck no. Splatoon is much more consumer friendly. Unlike Ninjala, it doesn't barrage you with in-app purchases and crossovers, except the occasional Nintendo property. It's just better. So how did Ninjala get an anime first? And while I risk losing my target demographic with this next statement, it must be said. There's one part of Ninjala that's better than Splatoon. You know Salmon Run? The chaotic, stress-inducing mode where you fight fish? Well, you know what Ninjala has instead? Casual fishing. And that's how you tell a game has fallen off.